Hey guys, it's Mark at pmbuild.com. Thank you for taking a few minutes of your time as I talk to you about the pros and cons of working with big owner clients. No, John, I don't mean obese owner clients. I mean the owner client that called you not too long ago, that during your conversation let it slip. They had 25 doors they were looking to place potentially with you. And I know what happened. I know. You got giddy, didn't you? You got excited. You got giddy. You just, oh my gosh, 25 doors. That would be awesome. Well, let me offer you some pros and some cons of taking on those owner clients that have not just one door, but that have multiple doors. Let's start with the cons first. So con number one, the negative that comes along with it. Number one, they may expect to pay less. Why? Well, they've got more business for you. So they may want to negotiate their management fee. They want a cheaper leasing fee. They don't want to pay an inspection fee because why? They're giving you all these properties to manage. So they expect, oftentimes, a discount, a deal. Now, is the work any less? Maybe a little bit because you don't have 20 owners, you have one owner, but they often want that. That's a negative. Negative number two, con number two, they expect you to do more for them. Why? Because they're a big owner client. So normally you don't pay property taxes for your owner clients, but you know what? They want you to do it. Normally you don't do things like inspections 5 times a year, but they really want that done. So you're going to go ahead and get that done for them. Why? Because they're going to expect more of you because they know they are a big fish. Con number three, you have to change for them. You do things differently for them. Why? Once again, because they're big. I was talking to a PM just the other day and he said, I've got this big new owner client. I'm so excited to take him on. And he was so excited. He said, yeah, the one drawback is they want me to use their software. I said, what do you mean they want you to use their software? Well, I use this particular accounting software. They want to give me my own log. I said, wait, you've got to learn a whole new software for them? Yeah, but you know what? They're big. That can be a big negative. They want us to change the way we do things. They say, well, I know you normally do 1 inspection per year, but I'd like you to do 2. I know you normally take the late fees for yourself, but I would like you to split those with me. So you find yourself changing processes, and anytime we change is dangerous, isn't it? Because we lose our consistency. Number 4, you become beholden to them. If you get them, now you need them. And so now you're kind of worried because you have to have that owner client and you don't ever want them to go away because you're beholden. They're your big client. And think of the big client right now. If someone comes to your mind when I'm talking about your big client, yeah, that's them. You know what I'm talking about. You're a little bit beholden to them, aren't you? And con number 5 is when they leave. Notice what I said there. When they leave, because they will leave eventually, you're going to be immediately financially impacted in a negative way because you've come to rely on that income as a part of your business. Now that's a pretty big list of cons, isn't it? Yikes. Okay, but you know what? I'm sure the pros outweigh the cons. Before I get to the pros, let me thank the sponsor for this video, RentVine. You've probably heard of RentVine. My friends, we're going to be switching our accounting property management software this year to RentVine. I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge believer. When this video's over, I'll put a link to our little promo on RentVine, why we're making that change. But boy, if you haven't reached out to them, do it now. I believe they are the property management software of the future. RentVine, join me in joining RentVine. Okay, here we go. The pros. Why do we want to move? Why would we? Well, number 1, the immediate positive financial impact. When you get this client, this big fish moved over onto your books, you're going to start counting the money. Why? Because they've got 25, 35, 50 doors, and that money is just going to flow to the bottom line. Well, it might not flow to the bottom line, but it's going to flow to the top line before you spend it. So yes, a big owner client is going to have an immediate financial impact in a positive way on your company. Okay, let's look at pro number 2. What is this? End of slides. What? Must be... Is my remote clicker broken here? No, it doesn't appear it's broken. Oh, that's right. That's because this is the only pro, my friends. There's nothing else. There are no other pros. I thought for a long time hard about what are the other pros of working with big owner clients. And other than the immediate upfront financial positive side of things, I couldn't come up with any. I came up with a whole lot of cons. But guys, we've worked with big clients, we've worked with small clients. We're to the point now that if a potential owner client calls, this happened just the other day, I'm talking to them and everything's going great, and they said, well, hey, by the way, I've got 50 doors. And I'm so jaded now that I immediately got negative. I was like, oh, 50 doors. I don't think I want somebody with 50 doors. Why? Because I'm thinking of all these things, thinking of all the negative that comes along with somebody with 50 doors if they come on. Now, I'm not saying don't ever take clients that have a lot of doors, but boy, you better be cautious with them, because you can find yourself beholden to them. You can find yourself trapped by them. You can find yourself doing things for them that you would never have the nerve to try to do for somebody else. So it can be a dangerous place to be when you are working with a select group of big owner clients. Let me give you one more reason not to. We were talking to a company about potentially buying them not too long ago, and they had, 100 doors. And so we're having a good conversation, and I asked the question I always ask of potential sellers: how many owner clients do you have? And they said, oh, we've got about 6. What just happened to the value of their company in my eyes when I heard they only have 6 owner clients? Whew. It plummeted, because if one of them leaves, 20% of the business leaves. So I'm not going to pay a whole lot for that client. Hey, here at PM Build, we're dedicated to helping you build, grow, and protect your PM business. That is one thing you want to keep in mind. It's much better to grow slow, and it is going to be slower, but grow slow and have as many owner clients as you can possibly get. It's going to protect your business in the long run and make you more successful.